Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are doing well. Well, guys, it looks like we have got an update to Karen HUGER from Real Housewife of Potomac, one of the stars of the Real Housewife franchise, in her DUI case. As it's being reported for probably the last 40 minutes or so, sentencing has commenced. So let's go ahead and get into this sharing. Now, this is coming from US Magazine, and it is sharing that the Real Housewives of Potomac's Karen HUGER sentenced to 1 year in jail in DUI case. All right, so the Real Housewives of Potomac star Karen HUGER has been sentenced after she was found guilty in her DUI trial. According to Fox 5 DC, a judge had ordered the Bravo reality star 61 to 1 year in jail. She was facing 2 years behind bars, as this wasn't her first DUI. However, it shares that HUGER's official sentence is 2 years in jail with 1 year suspended, meaning she will be incarcerated for 1 year. "You were filled to the gills with alcohol," the judge reportedly told HUGER, who was expecting to begin her sentence immediately. HUGER appeared in court with her husband Ray by her side on Wednesday, February 26th. Prior to the sentencing, HUGER addressed the situation in a pre-taped video that aired at the RHOP reunion. "No, I'm not an alcoholic. Let's be clear," she said. "This is very frightening, but I accept full responsibility for everything that went on with my car accident. I don't care about me right now. I care about my children. I care about my family. They are so hurt." Not long after making the video, HUGER checked in treatment to a treatment center to get to the bottom of taking antidepressants and drinking. Now, during Wednesday's sentencing, HUGER's attorney said that the overuse of prescription medicine is what caused the accident. And in further details that was shared in Touch, they clarify that Karen HUGER apparently had argued the stress of losing her parents and providing responsible leadership on Real Housewives of Potomac had led to her taking more antidepressants, and she believes this played a role in her being arrested for driving under the influence. And of course, this was apparently exclusively reported in Touch magazine. Now back to the original sharing. Now, after being involved in a March 2024 car accident, HUGER was charged with a DUI and a DWI, negligently driving a vehicle in a careless and imprudent manner, endangering property, life, and person, as well as recklessly driving a vehicle. Now, in December of 2024, HUGER was found guilty on nearly all charges. She was, however, found not guilty of reckless driving. Although we are disappointed in the jury's verdict, we of course respect their decision and appreciate their timing for hearing of our case. HUGER's attorney, A. Scott Bolden, told People in a statement at the time, "We continue to reserve Ms. HUGER's right to an appeal at the time. We pursue, hold on. Let me back up. We continue to reserve Ms. HUGER's right to appeal and intend to fully pursue justice on her behalf. And we appreciate your support and prayers for Ms. HUGER and her family at this time." Now, while HUGER maintained her innocence throughout filming season 9 of The Real Housewives of Potomac, police body cam footage led some co-stars to question her actions. Now, since HUGER was found guilty, several of her co-stars have expressed their opinions on the case. "I always knew she was guilty," Mia Thornton said during the January 26th episode of Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. "Sorry, I did. It's very, very sad. I really feel like if she would have just owned up to what she did, then we would not know." As for Giselle Bryant, who helped launch The Real Housewives of Potomac with HUGER in 2016, the thought of seeing her co-star and friend behind bars is upsetting. "I mean, do I want to see her go to jail? Absolutely not. But do I want to see her take accountability? Well, for sure," Bryant, 54, exclusively told Us Weekly on February 3rd. "So I don't know. I mean, Karen going to jail, that would break my heart. So we'll see." And as you all know, The Real Housewives of Potomac does air on Bravo Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern. And of course, streaming old episodes or anytime on Peacock. They're actually going through the reunion at this point. I want to say there might be a part 3 to the reunion because I don't remember it doing the toasting at this last Sunday's episode. So here we have it. This is just really unfortunate. It's sad. And it's definitely accountability giving at this point. Karen has definitely had shared about her struggles in the past in regards to losing both her parents, which obviously, empathetically, that is, a horrible situation to experience. And my heart goes out to her and her family in those losses for sure. The issue, I think, for most of us, as we all may come together and learning more about the situation in particular to this case and the things that are surrounded this case, and maybe the times before this particular case, which was, pretty much shown for the world to see, some of the mishaps and infractions that has occurred previously, which has been said to be a few times before this one. So, when we look at those perspectives, the bottom line is, because of the actions that was taken that night, I mean, anyone could have been hurt. And it's just godsend that nobody was, including Karen. So, at some point we have to take stock of our actions in our lives in regards to how we handle dealing with certain situations, no matter how difficult they could be, especially in situations when it comes to whether you become in danger to not only yourself, but to others as well. So at the end of the day, no drinking and driving, period, in discussion, and not being under the influence in driving, period. That includes, pill taking and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes regular medication that you may be prescribed for different ailments, other than antidepressants, can also be a situation for you. So you always want to make sure that you are fully aware of, what you're taking, and making sure that it's not impede on your driving. So, these are not things that I think are lost on Karen. I think that is so much going on. And I think there's been a lot of pressures going on from probably a lot of different areas for Karen over the last few years. I think she has taken time on the show, as we've seen, if you have been watching, to speak on some of those things. And that a lot of these things were weighing on her, from the tax issues a few years back with her and her husband, as well as, just the issues of the show itself and all those types of things that go on there. And then also to the loss of her parents, and just a lot of transitioning, in just a normal family life, period. So we have seen up front that Karen has gone through some different struggles, maybe not unlike many other people as well. But again, we come to the situation of the fact that is the way that you're handling and dealing these situations. You have to get a handle on that, because we cannot then take that and then amplify the situation even worse by particularly putting yourself in danger or someone else's life in danger. So yeah, with that, this is a very, sad situation altogether. I'm pretty sure that Karen did not think that at the age of 61, she would be spending her time in a jail cell for potentially a whole year, unless there's some opportunity to where she'll maybe not have to do the full year, but time will will show and how that works out. If you remember, Shannon Bendor herself had her own struggles and was also sentenced. And in her situation, I don't believe she did jail time, but she was heavy on the situation with, I think, fines, and she had to go to some type of, I think, rehab situation, and also dealing with public service, or I'm thinking of the statement, but I can't get to it at this moment. But doing, things, community service, that's it, with the community as well. And because her situation was also a horrific situation in which she actually, did hurt herself as well. And luckily for her, didn't take anyone else out in her situation. So, these, ladies that are in, really the prime and seasoned prime of their lives, going through things like this is just really unfortunate and sad. And it goes to show you that it doesn't really matter what stage of life that you could be in. Anything like this can happen to anyone if making those type of decisions. So that being said, I would love to know your thoughts below. So definitely go ahead and leave them respectfully down in the comment section. How do you feel about this? Did you think that this is what the end result was going to be? Did you maybe think she would have gotten more time? Just, definitely leave your thoughts below. But again, I think of also her husband and their family as well. And, definitely prayers up to Karen. Hopefully at this point, this will be the lesson that she needs, to where she will not go through this process yet again, ever again in life. So with that, thank you again so much for being here. I think that'll about do it for this video. Take care and be blessed. Definitely make sure you keep your all notification bells on, because I do have 2 more videos that I'll be dropping down for today, and I would love for you to get your thoughts on those as well. So definitely keep your notification bells on. And of course, if you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you. I appreciate you all so much for your listening and viewing support. And so yeah, with that, I think I'm going to bid you adieu. I will check you later. Take care. Bye.